Hi there, it's Kevin with RogueDeckBuilder.com here with one more match with the Soul Sisters. Let's see if we can go 5-0 and 7-0 in our 20k subscriber. We have a hand. We definitely have a hand here. This is ideally what you want to see. Instead of like to secure the waste, if there was a path to exile or possibly like another land, this would be the ideal hand. But we'll go ahead and keep this. The first turn Soul Attendants into double Pridemates there. If this is like a combo deck, we can actually be more aggressive than the combo with this hand. Because we'll have a turn 3 Pridemate and then a... or turn 2, 3/3 Pridemate and then a turn 4. Uh-oh, though. Might not be aggressive enough for Storm. This is kind of the match I was fearing. But we'll Soul Attendant. And then Pridemate. And not Storm, so this could be UWR. So he needs a Helix off this Soul Attendant. He can Mana Leak off the Pridemate. But we'll go ahead and cast it. I'm sure it's going to be remanded or leaked. Do need to draw in some more lands. We have a great hand versus UWR control. Depending on how they built it. If they built the very heavy controller out, then we might have a little bit of an issue with it. I'd love to draw a land next turn that can allow another Soul Warden. We do have to play around Electrolyze. Serum Visions. I hope it's not a blue source that he gets, because then we can guarantee that Pridemate out, and I'd love to draw into a land here. It is a Sulfur Falls, so he can just pass the turn. No Electrolyze, though. And at this point, I think I just might go another Soul Warden. And then Serra's Ascendant. And this, again, leaves us... He's going to bolt off this Soul Warden. Which allows us to cast this Attendant. And we'll pass the turn to our opponent. So no land, but it was at least an Ascendant we can cast. He's into Cryptic command range. Worst case scenario could be the Ajani version. Be very rough. We have some powerful cards to secure the waste, instant speed. Geist. I don't think Geist is too threatening here if it's a Geist. Electrolyze would be pretty bad for us. Probably just a Snapcaster Bolt would be my... Yeah. He'll bolt off the Soul Ward. Oh. Oh, no, he Snapcaster Serum Visioned. And now he has a path mana up. Didn't hit the land drop again. We'll Pridemate. I actually will attack in with the Serra's Ascendant, because that puts my Pridemate above a Lightning Bolt, if that makes sense. I think that's worth it. Possibly not the right move, but that's my... I'm sticking to my guns here. Unfortunately, we're way far behind as far as the land count is concerned. Our opponent also has some massive card advantage going with the Snapcaster. This is a grindy match. I do like the Ghost Quarter inclusion in here because it gets rid of one of their threats, which is the Celestial Colonnade. Sometimes it's their only win condition is 4 Celestial Colonnades and 3 Snapcaster Mages. Some of them run 4. Some of these run like Kitchen Finks. There's a Celestial Colonnade. So I think I'll just attack in with both. Or actually just the Pridemate. Because I don't want to get another Snapcaster to the face. So he's going to path it. Which we desperately do need that third source. And I think that the other Ajani's Pridemate is more powerful. And that was one less damage. I just wanted to bait off something so I could... Yeah, maybe I should have cast that first. We have 2 3/3s. Like, a Snapcaster's really good here. A Snapcaster Lightning Bolt. No, that doesn't work, because the Pridemate's above. Just a Lightning Bolt would be okay. Path is a great draw. I think we attack with both. So Celestial Colonnade, I can path it if I care, or I can just secure the waste for 1. Yeah, we'll path the Colonnade. So you can tap he can tap his Colonnade to path a Pridemate here, which I'm okay with. Should have another island, yeah. Usually they run 2 basic islands at least. And he still takes 3. Goes down to an 8, loses one of his win cons. And we have a Serra's Ascendant out now. So if he does have a Supreme Verdict, we're in decent shape. Or Wrath of God. Electrolyze is okay. Gets rid of a Serra's Ascendant and a Soul Warden. And draws him a card. But the 4/4 Pridemate's above the Lightning Bolt range. There's another Celestial Colonnade. Squad Hawk's pretty good here. I think that we just go attack in with the Pridemate. Goes down to a 4. And I am going to just Spectral Procession here, because that gives us some more lethal board state. And he does not have the counter for it. Does have Snapcaster Electrolyzes, though. I mean, the deck just continues to draw tons of cards through Electrolyzes and all that shenanigans. Love to draw just a... I didn't want to see a Serra's Ascendant there, because I want to go... Well, Serra's Ascendant's okay, because it allows us to Honor Pier. He needs to counter this Honor Pier. Yeah, he pretty much has to. This also gives us a little bit of padding versus Snapcaster Electrolyze. He's got to do it before this happens. Yeah, so now we will go in with the team. And that's game. Barely pull that one off. I don't think that we're going to go Rest in Peace. I think that I'd rather have Return to the Ranks. Return's very powerful. And Mark of Asylum is also very good against what he's trying to do. I'm going to take out, I think, all of my paths, even though they do get rid of Celestial Colonnades. Martyr is actually decent in this. Archangels is decent as well in this deck. Love Squadron Hawks, love Auriok Champions, love all the Soul Sisters. In all honesty, though, we can actually take out some of these weaker Soul Sisters and just rely on the Auriok Champions, because a lot of times they just die pretty easily. I think I'm going to take out the Martyr. I don't think we need to gain... Sometimes Martyr is just a lot of life gain for them to overcome. We can bring in Sundering Growth if we think that they're bringing in an artifact that is problematic, like the one where they gain control, converted mana costs less than how many islands they control. But I think I'm just going to take out a 1 of Soul Warden, and we'll go this lineup here and see if he does. I hate to sideboard in a card when I'm not specifically sure they're running that card against me. But Sundering Growth is good for Batterskull. It's also very good for... Why can't I think of the card? It's an artifact that gains control of creatures with current mana cost less than the amount of islands you control. So what they do is they grab your own Pridemates or Serra's Ascendants or whatnot, and it's just it's miserable to try to overcome. But it's not unbeatable. So we're one match away of going from a perfect 5-0 with Soul Sisters against a matchup I'm very familiar with. Throughout my modern career, I probably have played this matchup more than any matchup. I would safely say that this is the matchup I've played more than any. So I have more experience playing against UWR than a lot of players actually have playing the deck. So it's... experience-wise, hopefully I have the edge there. Now, commentating, I do make a lot of play mistakes, so I'm going to try to stay focused as much as possible. When I did win my PTQ, clear back in the day, it's been like 2 years now, I faced this match 3 times in that PTQ. Twice in the finals and once in the... No, is it 4 times? No, I faced it 3 times. Once in the finals and twice in the whatever you call it now, the Swiss, or... This hand is fine. We have the Squad Hawk, we have Windbrisk Heights, we have Serra's Ascendant, Soul Attendant. It will go first turn Flagstones, not Windbrisks, because we can still go the first turn Soul Attendant and draw into the Ajani's Pridemate. And there's a backup Soul Sister. Might end up just bolting this guy off. Electrolyze is so powerful versus our deck. Hopefully we can get a return to the ranks late game. I can't remember if it was 3 or 4 times in my PTQ that I faced it, but one of my wins, actually to get into the top 8, was an Immortal Servitude off the top, which is really, really fun. And there was a lot of salty players, because the player that I played against was a very well-known person in the state of Utah, a grinder, and considered one of the best players. So he had a huge fan group, a huge fan club. And when I top decked the Immortal Servitude, everyone got all kind of pissy, thinking I lucked out. But the only reason my opponent was still in the game to begin with was I flooded out with 11 lands in Soul Sisters. You never want to see that in Soul Sisters. So I think what we're going to do here is I want the Squadron Hawk, so I'm going to go ahead and attack in. I think we... No, we go another Soul Attendant. I don't want the Squadron Hawk countered. So right here we've negated a Lightning Bolt through our life gain. This is a damage-based deck, meaning that their opponent will win by damage. What if he's just going to bolt? He would have bolted off things, wouldn't he have? And so right now we have a 5-point difference from our opponent. Electrolyze is very rough again here. But now we know Electrolyze isn't coming because of his Serum Visions. And hopefully we can get that Squadron Hawk. Squadron Hawk is just backbreaking against this deck. I'm glad I actually chose the Squadron Hawk. It's been phenomenal so far. I've loved it. It's been cut for quite a while in my Soul Sisters builds, just because it used to be weak against the metagame. But now, filling up my hand against these very grindy decks is exactly what you want to be doing. And just a 1/1 Hawk can get the job done. I've seen some people run the 2-drop, the Serene Steward with Squadron Hawks. It's just another way to guarantee a bunch of creatures coming out. He has no blue source. This is actually very powerful. It took a while for him to decide if what he wanted to get here, and he decides for a just a basic plains. So the Windbrisk Heights, unfortunately, will come into play tapped. Otherwise, we'd have a great. I think that, yeah, Spectral Procession is the card to put underneath over the Pridemate. We'll go ahead and Squadron Hawk and fill back up our hand. And then attack in for 3, which you think you would have bolted before that happened, or pathed. So now you have a 9-point or 11-point difference than our opponent. And we can survive a board wipe quite easily. We'll be casting the Spectral Procession next turn off an attack. It's definitely the way to go. I can put out a Serra Ascendant first to force out a bolt. I won't be at enough life total, though. This is looking good, though. You don't want to be with only one blue source. He doesn't want to be pathing here. Engineered Explosives. That's actually pretty good. But he's blowing this pretty early. And it uses his turn. And if he lets me attack, that is exactly not what he wants to be doing. Yeah, so he's got to blow the Engineered Explosives. Which I think the right play now is just a Mark of Asylum and his Serra's Ascendant. Now his bolts are useless. His electrolyzes are useless. Could be a Geist here. Just a Timely Reinforcements. I could care less about that card. Do need another land. I think we'll just throw out a Spectral Processions. And get in there with the little Squadron Hawk. Our opponent is stuck on blue sources and on lands. Pioneer Nalar is actually pretty weak against us. Yeah, I don't care about this. You can knock my life total down. I am way far ahead at this point. Especially with another Spectral Procession so he can get through his Thopters. I think I just attack in with all of the flyers. He's not going to win this life point race. Cool, this card seeing play in the UWR as well. It's just a powerful card right now in the Modern. Jund has even picked this guy up, or this guy and gal up. So he's playing around Honor the Pure, which is fine by me. And I'll play another Serra Ascendant. Alright, so he's got a lot of... I might actually make the trade with the soldiers now. Just because... well, no, because Cryptic Command is still... You still can't cast a Cryptic Command. Still need to cast that Ranger. Another Pioneer Nalar? Ha! That's actually... I didn't know this was Splinter Twin. I guess I should have seen that coming with Serra's Ascendant. Need a Soul Sister out now. But it just puts in 2 Thopters. I think I will make this trade. Because he has unlimited Thopters now. Come on, land. Ghost Quarter's beautiful. Let's go tutor up us a Ranger. Or 2 Ascendants. And then he can't Splinter Twin me with the Deceiver Exarch. I had no clue this was twin. Let's go Attendant and Warden, sure. And that's pretty cool on the Splinter Twin, though. But now we can't attack in. He's going to be getting a lot of Thopters. And he has to just bolt me, which is never what you want to be doing. So here comes the value train. That's going to be his game plan, is try to overwhelm me with Thopters. We need an Honor of the Pure. As soon as possible. Another Plains, more the merrier. We'll Soul Attendant. He needs to counter this. We'll do it again. And we'll also put out Squadron Hawk, which cannot go get anything. But it gains us a lot of life. And he's got to be careful with his little activations, because my Serra Ascendants are going to get huge. Speaking of, yeah, so I'm up to a 29. He's got to be attacking in with these Thopters. He lets it go through. I disagree with that completely. Well, here's an Auriok Champion. Now he would only have to attack in. He could kill one of the Ascendants. I think we just Alpha Strike here with everything. Even the Ranger can come in. Because this is going to gain me a ton of life again. And apologize for all these triggers. So you can kill one of the Serra's Ascendants, but that's worth it. We're going to be gaining an obscene amount of life. So he's going to put both of those on the Ranger. That's fine with me. I don't care about the Ranger. And just decides to spread him out. I disagree wholeheartedly with that play. Unless he's going to bank on other Engineer Explosives. And he's going to be able to path the other one off. Okay. He paths his own, so I can't gain life. Sure. To get himself another blue source for like a cryptic command. And do you think he has another blue source with his... We could kill off his island. Or his Sulphur Falls. I think what we'll do is just Squadron Hawk. I don't care if you counter it. Go for it. But I mean, he's got blockers forever with the Pie and Crondalar, but it's going to take him a long time. I don't think that time-wise he can actually win this. Elspeth's annoying. I guess Elspeth can do the trick. But we'll be able to attack into Elspeth. Oh no, he's able to kill. That actually does hurt. Yeah, that does. We can kill off Elspeth at the cost of losing like a Soul Warden and a Soul Attendant, which might be worth it, because we can just go tutor up some more. Oh, geez. And Pridemate's wonderful. I don't think we want to use the Ghost Quarter, though. And we'll Squad Hawk here. And attack into Elspeth. Which he can put out a 2-2. But no matter how he does this, his Elspeth dies. And he just concedes after that. Alright, so we go 5-0. Is that all we get for going 5-0? A bunch of Planeswalker points, some pack of Battle for Zendikar, and a Season 1. Three Season 1 qualifier points, which I never play in because I never have time to do that tournament. So anyway, that was a pretty phenomenal performance with Soul Sisters. Scred went 2-0, Soul Sisters went 5-0. So both great choices, I think, in the Modern. This has been Kevin with RogueDeckBuilder.com signing off for our 20K celebration. If I have time later, which I probably won't because I think I have to go to swim practice, we'll do some tooth and nail. Thanks for watching.